Hello friends, you are welcome back to my channel once again. This is Benga Aroniyo. My video today is going to be more of a prayer than talking. And the prayer I want to pray for you is that God will not allow you to see a problem that you will not be able to handle in your life. God will not allow you to see a situation that is bigger than your faith, that is bigger than your strength, that is bigger than your ability to handle. So it is going to be more of a prayer. There are problems that come to man that will overwhelm the willpower, that will overwhelm the emotions, that will paralyze everything good in that man. Talk about his self-confidence, talk about his joy, talk about his creativity. It will cripple, it will paralyze everything that makes a man to be a man. I pray that that problem, that situation, that spirit of infirmity will not befall you in Jesus' name. Those situations come to, it's as if it comes to embarrass you. For example, if a man is suffering from epilepsy, most of the time it is believed that this epilepsy doesn't normally strike you. It normally waits for when you are in the public. It is believed, I have not found out whether it is true, but it is believed that it will not the fit will not happen when you are alone. It will wait for when you are in the public, and the epilepsy fit will just hit you like a thunderbolt. And when it hits you, you find yourself on the ground and you start foaming, and you start throwing your leg and hands and all that. We used to have a principal then in our school in Akure. This principal was a very handsome man, very handsome, good looking, huge, but full of qualities, good qualities, capable as a principal. But with all the good qualities, this man will just come to the assembly, and this useless spirit of infirmity will wait until the man comes to the assembly ground. And as the man is about to talk, this spirit of infirmity will just befall him, and he will fall down and start foaming and throwing hands and legs and all that, and start jerking. I pray that spirit will not befall you. Spirit of shame, any spirit that embarrasses a man, that demeans a man, that reduces a man to nothing, that spirit will not befall you. Another spirit of infirmity, apart from epilepsy, is the spirit of depression. This one is even worse than epilepsy. When it comes upon some people, it takes away their ability to speak. Speaking becomes very difficult. Being happy for themselves and for others becomes very, very difficult. The only thing they find happiness in is when something bad happens. Nothing good appeals to their emotion again. Nothing good appeals to their spirit again. They find happiness in when something bad happens, especially to other people. It changes their mind. They begin to think negative. They can't stop thinking negative. Just find themselves thinking all kind of rubbish. It takes away their self-esteem. It takes away their functionality. They will be incapable of doing anything that is important that they used to do before. Ability to have fun, ability to walk, ability to relate with people, to socialize, ability to enjoy life. It will take it away. Ability to be creative, to be funny, to be cheerful, to be resourceful. Everything good that I may not remember now. Your boldness is taken away. Your excitement about life is taken away. Spirit of infirmity will not befall you in Jesus' name. Some people, is a spirit of social anxiety. I know a guy. This guy is very handsome, tall, slim, articulate, intelligent, everything good. And when ladies see this guy, they like him. But the moment he sees people in the public, he just freezes out. He just collapses. He just loses control, loses coordination. He just becomes disoriented, disorganized. A human being that God created with a good with good looks, with all this good quality, lack of confidence, lack of boldness, social anxiety, lack of boldness in the public, covers his beauty, covers everything, his talent, everything good about him. It makes him to become a shadow of himself. That kind of bad spirit of infirmity will not befall you in Jesus' name. Some, it is the spirit of shyness. They are just shy for nothing, for no reason. They are just shy. Some is fear. They are captivated by incomprehensible fear, by inexplainable fear. They are just captivated by fear and all kinds of things. I cannot number them. And maybe you have your own that I have not mentioned today. But all of them, we can use one name to call them, to label them. They are spirit of infirmity. And I pray every spirit of infirmity in your life today, God will knock it off in Jesus' name. And unfortunately, we are in a world where people use your problem to abuse you. Some of these problems, people use them to abuse us. Some of us suffering from one or any of these. We find people around us, when there is a little discussion, whether directly or indirectly, they use it to abuse you. For example, if you don't have money, they may say because you are not righteous. They may say because you are not godly. They may say you are the cause of your problem. When a man cannot perform, they will call the man all kinds of names. They will call him a he-goat, a castrated he-goat, and all kinds of names. When a woman cannot give birth, they will call the woman a man. They will refer to the woman as a man. And the in-laws will come and advise her husband to get rid of her. And if it's a man that cannot take care of his wife, the same way people will talk a lot of things people face today because of their problems. Some people, maybe they cannot speak English. People use it to abuse them. A woman just today, she was having some misunderstanding with a neighbor, and pronto, the neighbor was using her inability to speak English to abuse her. It can be so funny. It can be so embarrassing as that. Even not being able to speak English now has become something you can use to abuse somebody. Sometimes a woman may be single. That will be the thing people will use to abuse the woman. Hey, you that cannot even find a husband and all kinds of things. People use people's problem to abuse them. But whatever it is, the summary today is that carry your problem to God. Carry your problem to Christ. Whatever the problem is that you cannot handle, I want to beg you, I want to appeal to you, do not kill yourself. Do not kill yourself. Jesus says, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. You need to be meek, humble, before you can be able to embrace your challenges and accept your challenges, your embarrassment, your shame. Well, that is life. You come to God with them, you ask God to help you with them, you ask God to give you a miracle. That is it. And if God does not give you a miracle, just like the three Hebrews says, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they say, we know that our God will deliver us. But if He does not deliver us, we don't care. We are not going to bow down for your idol. They were telling the king Nebuchadnezzar that we are not going to bow for your idols, even though our God does not deliver us. So I want to beg you to ask, to humble yourself, to be able to embrace the shame, embrace the embarrassment, embrace the failure that life has thrown at you. Embrace it, ask for grace to overcome them, to still live your normal life, to still mix with people, to still socialize despite the embarrassment your challenge is bringing to your way in the public. And if with all this asking God for a miracle, and if you don't get the miracle, you can become a miracle. Like Pastor Nick will say, he said he prayed for a miracle to have limbs, doesn't have limbs, no hands, no legs. He prayed for a miracle, but he didn't get a miracle, but he becomes a miracle. You can become a miracle even though you cannot get a miracle. And I pray God will either give you a miracle or he will make you a miracle by making you to live your life even with the problem, but without being disturbed by the problem. That is what it means to be a miracle. Live your life in spite of your problem, despite the fact that you are still in the problem, but you don't allow the problem to kill you, to make you to take your own life, or to overwhelm you, or to render you dysfunctional, or not being able to perform the function of your normal function as a human being. God will give us the grace, give me the grace, give you the grace to overcome everything life is throwing at us in Jesus' name. May God bless you. I see you at the top. Like this video, share it, and subscribe to my channel.